Poor window frame, an inspiring glimpse of a mother and child. This happened once when I was riding a train on my way to give a speech. The car interior was spacious and quiet, with many unfilled seats. Feeling relaxed, I settled back and opened up a book I'd brought along. After a while, tired from reading and lulled by the rhythmical vibration of the train, I began to nod off, only for my dreams to be shattered by an ear-splitting whistle and the metallic screech of brakes. Apparently, the driver had found an obstruction of some kind at a crossing. The shock of the sudden stop threw me forward, but I managed somehow to stay upright. In the same instant, the shrill sobs of a little child rang out. I saw then that the seats across the aisle in front of me were occupied by a young mother and her child, who had apparently been amusing himself by sitting with his forehead pressed against the window pane, watching the scenery fly by. When the train jerked to a stop, the tot's head banged sharply into the window frame. His wails grew louder and more frantic. Afraid he was hurt, I jumped up, but to my relief there was no sign of injury. Then I witnessed a scene so heartwarming that I was deeply touched. As the child's pain lessened, he gradually quieted down while his mother rubbed his head reassuringly and murmured soothing words. "Sweetheart, that must really hurt. I'm so sorry. I'll rub it for you and make the pain go away. But you weren't the only one who got hurt. The poor window frame did too. Let's rub it and make it feel better, shall we?" The tot nodded, and sure enough he and his mother together began to pat the window frame. I felt chastened, for I had assumed she would say something more on these lines. "That must really hurt. I'm so sorry. It's all the fault of this naughty window frame. Let's spank it and teach it a lesson, shall we?" Such a scene is common enough, giving a toddler a vent for his rage and allowing the moment to pass. All too often, when life deals out pain, people respond by searching for someone else to blame. Perhaps, I reflected, we parents implant these responses in our children without meaning to. The child is father of the man goes the saying, and surely parents have enormous influence in shaping the character of small children. People who think only of themselves and cannot empathize with others end up in the darkness. Those who would enter the shining pure land must take the high road of benefiting others as well as themselves, for benefiting others is indeed inseparable from benefiting oneself. I left the train wishing true happiness to that mother and child with all my heart. Today's story is about the basic principle of Mahayana Buddhism, benefiting oneself by benefiting others. Yeah, this is the true story that happened to our teacher Takamori Sensei. So all the more, it's touching. And I think this mother had been teaching her toddler the importance of compassion for quite a long time. I don't think this was the toddler's first time to learn about this important teaching through the mother's gentle words. I think he must have been heard this again and again. That's why he instantly accepted the mother's words and put it into practice without resisting. I think many toddlers would resist and throw a tantrum. And yeah, almost similar accident or incident episode will always happen to us. But our common reaction is arguing back or show our anger, because people would say we have sometimes in many cases they have the right to show their anger. But in Buddhism, in any cases, showing anger is not good. And also, we have to remember the important teaching that in no cases revenge is good. We know the story of Master Honen when he was a child. Even though what we receive was quite unreasonable and we have every right to attack back or hit back or take revenge. But in any possible cases, revenge is not good, because other side of the party, other side people always take revenge back again, and this will be the beginning of a vicious cycle, or I don't know how do you call it, the endless fight or battle until both will perish and get destroyed. I think something similar might be happening between two countries somewhere in Europe. If it's escalate, that will reach the end of the humanity. It's the same with our relationship. I heard from some YouTubers that now many people insist the importance of showing compassion or yielding to the other side in international politics. If we always try to overwhelm and take revenge because we were hit, because some parts of the country damaged, we should take revenge. With this mindset, what they reach is the end of their country or even the humanity. It's the same with our human relationship. So in this case, of course, window pane will not take revenge, but in our real experience, other side of the people will surely take revenge like we do. So all the more, the Pure Land way is always show compassion or just have distance, steer away from those people, and then wait for our anger subside. Okay, time is running out. That's what I think we can learn from this story. Good job, everyone.